friends. Welcome to another midweek episode of Truthful Tones Halfway Home. I'm your host, Mary Alice Greer, and today we'll be playing some of the very best in Southern gospel music, and I'm so glad you're with us today. To start out our program, here are the Guardians with their newest, Kick Up My Heels and Sing.
Sometimes you've got to let it out. Some days you can't hold back your shout. About the time I realize he's never done me wrong, that's when this happy feeling burst into a song. Every day is brand new mercy, walking on the King's highway. There is joy on this journey, every mile is filled with grace.
Can't stop smiling, the Lord is with me. Can't stop counting the blessing he gives me.
I've got a song, I'm gonna let it ring. Lift up my voice, kick up my heels and sing. Won't even try to hold it in. I can't describe how good he's been. I've got too many victories just waiting down the road. I'm dancing in advance, I've got to let it show. Every day is brand new mercy, walking on the King's highway. There is joy on this journey, every mile is filled with grace.
Can't stop smiling, the Lord is with me. Can't stop counting the blessing he gives me.
I've got a song, I'm gonna let it ring. Lift up my voice, kick up my heels and sing. Every day is brand new mercy, walking on the King's highway. There is joy on this journey, every mile is filled with grace.
Can't stop smiling, no one is with me.
Can't stop counting the blessings he gives me. I've got a song, I'm gonna let it ring. I'm gonna lift up my voice, kick up my heels and sing. Lift up my voice, kick up my heels and sing. I'm gonna sing.
And those were the Nealons featuring Autumn Nealon Streetman with God Won't. Coming up next is Joseph Habedank featuring Chris Blue with Jesus Walked In.
I heard about a sick girl on the other side of town, and I heard about her daddy. Yeah, he's been asking around, can anybody help her? Anybody please? Hope was gone with the final heartbeat, but then Jesus walked in, changed everything. When he's in the room, nothing's the same. It looked like the story had come to an end. Oh, but then that's when Jesus walked in. Jesus walked in. I was a prisoner, locked up in chains. I carried the shackles of the choices I made. My heart was a room, a cell with no key. Oh, I thought that I'd never be free. But then Jesus walked in, changed everything. When he's in the room, nothing's the same. It looked like the story had come to an end. Oh, but then that's when Jesus walked in. Yeah, Jesus walked in. When the vows seem too broken, when the doctor said it's over, yeah, we all have that moment when Jesus walked in, changed everything. When he's in the room, nothing's the same. It looked like the story had come to an end. Oh, but then that's when Jesus walked in. Yeah, Jesus walked in.
We'll be back with more Truthful Tones after this quick commercial break.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
You're listening to Truthful Tones.
Have you ever been down, down, down? Ever been so far down you had to reach up to touch the ground? Have you ever been low, 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 and all you had to hold was a single thread of hope? Well, I've been in there too, and let me tell you, there's good news. There's a rock at the bottom. It's Jesus, the rock of ages. So stand up, the ground is solid. There's a rock at the bottom when you hit rock bottom. You can know the foundation you're standing on is the tried and trusted stone. Keep looking up, up, up. Remember when life is rough, yeah, even when life is tough, there's a rock at the bottom. It's Jesus, the rock of ages. So stand up, the ground is solid. There's a rock at the bottom when you hit rock bottom. I know, when your world is shifting sand, there's no low so low that you can't get up again. I know, when your world is shifting sand, there's no low so low. Oh, let me tell you, friend, there's a rock at the bottom. It's Jesus, the rock of ages. So stand up, the ground is solid. There's a rock at the bottom when you hit rock bottom. There's a rock at the bottom. It's Jesus, the rock of ages. So stand up, the ground is solid. There's a rock at the bottom when you hit rock bottom. There's a rock at the bottom when you hit rock bottom.
Hi, this is Brian Free of Assurance, and you're listening to Truthful Tones with Mary Alice Greer.
It's an old story, but it's never been more true. About a savior and a sinner and the bridge between the two. Just an old rugged cross that paid redemption's price. And I've never been more grateful for the gospel of Christ. I'm grateful for the gospel. It stood the test of time. The hill where Jesus gave his life, the place where I found mine. My refuge from the storms that rage, the rock on which I build my faith. I am grateful for the gospel, it's the reason I am saved. By the grace of Jesus, I can go before the throne as one who's made worthy by the mercy I've been shown. I can stand here unashamed and fully justified, and I've never been more grateful for the gospel of Christ.
gave his life, the place where I found mine. My refuge from the storms that rage, the rock on which I build my faith. I am grateful for the gospel. It's the reason. It's the reason. I am saved. I am saved. I am saved.
And that was Brian Free and Assurance with their latest, Grateful for the Gospel. Stay tuned. There's more Truthful Tones headed your way right after this.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
the most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead. Some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Thanks for listening to Truthful Tones.
Who holds the keys to victory? Who is the source of life and strength? Who gives the heart a song to sing? None but Jesus, none but Jesus. Who brings us joy amidst our pain? Who gives us grace from day to day? Who has the name above all names? None but Jesus, none but Jesus. I will sing and shout it everywhere I go, of the one who saves and satisfies my soul. To the lost and longing, he's the only hope. I'm a witness, none but Jesus.
Whose word is truth and shall endure, whose faithfulness is strong and sure, whose holiness and love are pure. None but Jesus, none but Jesus, none but Jesus.
It's so easy to say, I forgive you. But forgetting is the hardest thing to do. So my mind can't comprehend how God could be that kind of friend. On the cross he took my place, so my sins he could erase. He forgives and forgets. I stand before him holy. He canceled my debt that day at Calvary. Now I am justified, just as if I never sinned as yet. He not only forgives, he forgives and forgets. The mercy of the Lord is everlasting. He forgives my sins and remembers them no more. So it's hard for me to guess how far the east is from the west, although my mind cannot conceive. It's in my heart that I believe he forgives and forgets. I stand before him holy. He canceled my debt that day at Calvary. Now I am justified, just as if I never sinned as yet. He not only forgives, he forgives and forgets. When you look at me, you may see me just as I am. But when he looks at me, he only sees the blood of the Lamb. He forgives and forgets. I stand before him holy. He canceled my debt that day at Calvary. Now I am justified, just as if I'd never sinned as yet. He not only forgives, he not only forgives, he not only forgives, he forgives and forgets.
You're listening to Gordon Mote with his latest, He Forgives and Forgets. Well, we've come to the end of another Halfway Home episode, and to help end our time together, here are the Perrys with their newest, You Can't Hurry God.
You can't hurry God. You just have to wait. Trust him and believe. No matter how long it takes. He's a God that you can't hurry. He'll be there, so don't you worry. Well, he may not come when you want it, but he'll be on time.
Oh, Job was sick so long until the flesh fell from his bones. His cattle, land, and children, everything that he had was gone.
He said, you put these afflictions on me. Why don't you come on and see about me? Well, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be on time. You can't hurry God. You just have to wait. Trust him and believe. No matter how long it takes. He's the God that you can't hurry. He'll be there, so don't you worry. Well, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be on time.
Oh, Daniel was a man of prayer, and he knew his God was there. When they tried to take his life, he knew everything would be alright.
He said, for God I will, for God I'll die. I'm gonna serve the Lord with all my might. He may not come when you want him, but he'll be on time. You can't hurry God. You just have to wait. Trust in him, call on him, no matter how long it takes. He's a God that you can't hurry. He'll be there, so don't you worry. Well, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be on time. He may not come when you want him. He may not come when you want him. He may not come when you want him, but he'll be on time. Oh, he'll be on time.
Isaiah 55 verse 8 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord." And those are our Truthful Tones today. I hope you've enjoyed listening to some of the very best in Southern gospel music. We hope you'll join us again later this week for our regular 1-hour programming of Truthful Tones, and also next week for another episode of Truthful Tones Halfway Home. Join us by following us on our Facebook page, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and downloading the Podbean app. If you would like to hear a request on this show, or maybe have an upcoming Southern Gospel concert in the central Illinois area, drop me a line at truthfultones@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm your host, Mary Alice Greer, and until we meet again, God bless and have a great rest of your week.